May I commence the proceedings?
Yes.
Order. The President is pleased to appoint Justice Sri C.K. Abdul Rahim, retired Judge of the High Court of Kerala, as Chairman in the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, CAT, for a period of 4 years from the date of assumption of charge of the post, or till attaining the age of 70 years, or until further orders, whichever is the earliest. The condition of service of Justice Sri C.K. Abdul Rahim as Chairman, CAT, shall be governed by the provisions of the Tribunals Reforms Act 2021 and the rules framed thereunder. I.P. Nagpal, Deputy Secretary to the Government of India.
Esteemed colleagues on the dais, Mr. Benny P. Garvasis, Mr. V. Rajendran, and Mr. Rajesh Diwan, members of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Learned Advocate General of Kerala, Sri K. Gopalakrishna Kurup, Additional Advocates General, Sri Ashok M. Cherian and Sri K. P. Jayachandran, President of Thiruvananthapuram Bar Association, Advocate S.S. Balu, President of Kerala Administrative Tribunal Advocates Association, Thiruvananthapuram, Advocate Fatauddin, President of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal Advocates Association, Ernakulam, Advocate R.K. Muralidharan, Legislative Secretary, Mr. S.V. Unnikrishnan, Registrar of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, Sri A. Shahjahan, former Registrar Sri E. Baiju, Deputy Registrars and staff of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal, dear advocate friends, my family members, other dignitaries present on the occasion, ladies and gentlemen. Vedantas reveal that your name is imprinted on each of the food grain you eat. I believe that this assignment was imprinted in my destiny much before by the God Almighty, before whom I bow my heads with deep gratitude. A post-retirement assignment to a judge of the High Court is a comfortable settlement in his life, as long as the God graces him with good health, both mental and physical. I am thankful to Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, the Chief Justice of Kerala, for having recommended my name to the post of Chairman of the Kerala Administrative Tribunal. My sincere acknowledgement is expressed to the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Pinarayi Vijayan, and members of his cabinet for having accepted the recommendation. His Excellency, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, the Governor of Kerala, was kind enough to approve the selection. The Honorable President of India is the appointing authority for the post of chairman and members of the state administrative tribunals, as evidenced from the relevant provisions of the Administrative Tribunals Act 1985. As far as the union government is concerned, normally there is no occasion for them being implicated as a party in any of the litigations in this tribunal. The union government also has no financial stakes in the functioning of the state administrative tribunals. Subsection 3 and 4 of Section 6 of the Administrative Tribunals Act 1985 provides, the Honorable President shall appoint the chairman and members after consultation with the Governor of the state concerned and also with the Honorable Chief Justice of India. When the Governor and the Chief Justice of India expresses their positive notes, normally the President of India will approve the recommendations unless there are any specific adverse factors or remarks revealed in the verification about antecedents of the recommended candidate. Unfortunately, in my case, after consultation with the Honorable Chief Justice of India, the matter was delayed in the union government for about more than 6 months. For me, the delay happened was a blessing in disguise because I could keep myself aloof from the threat of being infected with deadly pandemic COVID-19. But meanwhile, tenure of 3 members of the tribunal expired and no effective steps could be taken to fill up those vacancies because of the fact that the post of chairman was remaining vacant for about 1 year. Fortunately, the anticipated stalemate got avoided, at least in part, with the intervention of the Honorable High Court. All positive steps initiated in this regard from the side of the KAT Advocates Associations at Thiruvananthapuram and Ernakulam need to be appreciated. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the Union Government and to His Excellency, the President of India, in clearing my appointment, at least at this belated stage. As a caveat, I may concede that I am not an expert in service jurisprudence because I had only little opportunities to handle service cases both as a lawyer and as a judge. But with the active support and assistance of the advocates at both the benches and with the support of my colleague members, I hope I can perform my obligations in a justifiable manner. In the matter of dispensation of justice, my outlook was always on the positive. My school of thought is that all judicial fora are intended for redressal of grievances of the litigants rather than negativing their eligible reliefs. But I am afraid the ardent principles of social justice has only little role to play in matters of dispute relating to service conditions of individual employees. I hope with the unstinted cooperation and support of all concerned, I may be able to perform my duties in a meaningful manner. I promise that I will take all earnest efforts in this respect and seek assistance from each one of you. On this momentous occasion, it is only just and proper to remember those who guided me in my life. Both my parents were not fortunate to witness my elevation as a judge of the High Court. But I am quite sure that they were enjoying my achievements from their heavenly abode and witnessing this occasion too with great satisfaction. There were many persons who guided, mentored, and supported me in my life and career. The list includes my teachers at various levels of education, my senior in the profession, Senior Advocate Mr. T.M. Muhammad Yusuf, who is the former Advocate General of Kerala, those who guided me while I was officiating as a government leader and senior government leader in the High Court of Kerala, those judges who recommended my name for elevation, and many of my senior judges, both in the High Court of Kerala as well as in the Supreme Court of India. I remember all of them with due reverence. My wife, Mrs. Nasira Rahim, and my children, as well as my sons-in-law and daughter-in-law, were pillars of support in my life. I bow my head with gratitude to each of the persons in the above said categories. I am deeply obliged for the kind words spoken about me by the former speakers. I am quite sure that most of their statements are only formal felicitations and exaggerations, which are usually spelled out in such occasions. I express my deep felt thanks to all the statements made here about me. Before parting, I assure all of you that I will be performing my duties in this post with utmost faith and integrity to render absolute justice in consonance with my conscience, expecting esteemed and valuable support and cooperation from each one of you. I conclude. Jai Hind.